Hello, welcome to the chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by community guidelines, by our community guidelines. I had a couple of interruptions. Anyhow, I'm back. It's a wonderful evening outside tonight. Wonder if there's anybody in there yet. Well, if there is, there is, and if there ain't, there ain't, right? That's what I say. It's a beautiful evening out there. All right, I'm back. No more interruptions. I see somebody's in there. I will be right. I'm right here. See, we have 9 people in here. Hello, Jello. That's a good name. That's a good name. Hello. Yeah, I bought that little candle at the grocery store last week. I like it. It smells good. It's vanilla cookies. Hello, Terry. Terry, I don't know how to say your last name, but anyhow, it's nice to see you, Terry. Terry 3940. I see some hearts and some smiley faces. It's a beautiful evening out tonight. I wish this camera picked up stars better. It doesn't, but it would be nice if it did. Yeah. Today was a nice sunny day. I'd say it was close to 70 here. It was maybe 68, 69 degrees. It was nice. It was a nice day. I got some sleep last night. Had some crazy dreams. I don't remember what they were about. One was about a dog at nighttime and it was looking at me outside the window. I have kind of crazy dreams, and it wouldn't bark. It just looked at me, and it like didn't growl, but it like grumbled. And I'm like, this is a weird dream, and I had to wake up. Then I woke up, did what I had to do, and I went back to bed. But I was up early this morning, made a nice breakfast outside. I cooked it outside. Yeah, I cleaned up a little bit of place where I had firewood. The guy dumped it out in a dump truck up in the backyard, and I burned that. And there was little pieces left on the ground, so I picked those up and I burnt those in a charcoal starter and made my coffee and cooked my breakfast. It was good. It was productive. I had a productive morning.
Hello, Moto.
And I'm not answering this. Somebody's calling me. Nope, not answering that right now. That person calls hello, Sunflower. Sunflower, that's a nice name. Hello. Yeah, yins can tap and yins can tap on ears and subscribe or like if you want. Sunflower, that's a good name. I love sunflowers. Sunflowers are beautiful. Yes, all kind of flowers, plants. I like plants. I like growing vegetables. Yeah, I like the simple things in life. Where are you from, Sunflower and Terry, if I may ask? And Jello. That's a great name, Jello. I think maybe I should change my handle to Hey Kool-Aid. No, I probably would get in trouble from Kool-Aid. They probably had that copyrighted or whatever. Wouldn't that be kind of cool to have a handle? Hey Kool-Aid. I used to like those commercials. I don't know how old you folks are in here, but they used to have Kool-Aid commercials when I was a kid. It looked like a jug of Kool-Aid and had arms and legs, and yeah, it was good. We're from the Gulf Coast. Okay, that's cool. So it's down around Florida somewhere? Or Gulf Coast side, or you could be from Louisiana or Texas or, yeah. South Carolina. Any of those states. Yeah, that's cool. Alabama. Well, that's cool. Alabama. I've never been to Alabama, but I'd like to go there someday too. Yeah, Gulf Shore, Alabama. You know, where you lay your hat is your home. And I live in Pennsylvania, and I love my state. I don't agree with all the regulations here and the taxes. This state's terrible for taxes. But you know, there's good people everywhere. Everywhere we look, we can find good people. We can find the good. And I like that. Gulf Shore. Do you fish a lot? Do you ever go out in the ocean at all? There, Sunflower? And I forgot to ask Jelly, where that person's from. They want me to do questions and answers. Do you mind if I try it? Oh, nice, nice. You fish in the ocean? I've never fished in the ocean. Lived up in Boston when I was a young man, and my sister, we all went out, took me out with one sister. We all went out to the, out to the ocean along some of the beaches. I walked in the ocean. I had a brand new pair of Levi's on, and well, I got back home. I rolled my pants up, but I went in deeper water and got home. I had blue legs. I looked like a Smurf. It was funny. I never fished in the ocean. I like to fish in ponds. I'm not much of a river fisher. I like to fish in ponds. Yeah, fishing's nice. I'm sure if you go out in the ocean, you can get some pretty nice fish. Catch a good tuna. I'm sure well, if you have the equipment to go tuna fishing, I guess they're pretty big fish. They can get pretty big. But they can bring good money too. Well, that's nice to meet you, Sunflower. And Terry, where are you from, if I may ask, if you're still in there, Terry? I see there's two people still in there. Yeah, I'm from southwestern Pennsylvania. I'm close to Pittsburgh, PA, about 20 miles away the crow flies. South, see, Pittsburgh's north of me. So 30 miles south of Pittsburgh. 20 miles south of Pittsburgh, yeah. It's about where I'm from. Little town, 84. It's a nice place. You know, it's rolling hills here. I grew up here. Yep. I try to play the harmonica. What kind of music do you like, Sunflower? Yeah, I like all kinds of music too. I just play the harmonica. Songs come to me, they either come or they don't. I just goop around on it and I hear it, think of the song and try to play it. Thank you. I enjoy this. When my mother passed away in 2007, she told me before she passed away, she said, Bill, she says, every word in a song is a note that you sing. She said, just start listening to the song, sing it. She said, sing that song, and sing it for a minute or two, then start trying to play notes that sound like the notes that you're singing that are coming out of your mouth. And I didn't get it. And after she passed away, I thought about it and I started doing it and I learned how to play it by ear. My mother was a brilliant woman. She was a good woman. She was a very good woman. She grew plants. It was amazing. She had a green thumb. My mom, she used to grow plants for the food banks. And she just volunteered and I had to take them, she planted the plants and vegetables in cups and stuff. And then I would take them up to the food banks, the food pantries. This was back in the 80s and 90s. And I heard stories like 2 years ago, somebody talking about the lady that used to bring plants to the food bank up in Washington. And they talked about it, and they said I asked what year that was, and they told me. I said, yeah, that was my mom. That was nice to hear somebody talking about plants that my mother grew for the food bank, that they grew in their garden and they had food because of my mother. That's okay. You don't have to be sorry for my loss. My mother's in heaven. My mother, she was suffering. She was in pain. And she had a lot to deal with. She had our father was not a good father. He was very negative. He was, but my mother, despite him, was a good person. She never gave up. Oh, my mom was. She was such a good woman. And if she didn't know something about a plant, she would order books and read up on it. We didn't have a computer. She didn't have a cell phone with a computer on it, or Google or anything. But my mother would read from encyclopedias, or she'd go to the library and have books ordered from the library, and or she'd buy the book if she liked it. Back in the 80s, I guess back in like 82 or 83, my mother used to talk about probiotics back in the 80s. About probiotics and ginkgo biloba and a lot of stuff that they talk about now, my mother talked about then. Well, Eddie Rabbit was a good singer. I liked him. I think that's the wrong key for that. Might be the wrong key for that song. This is a G. I used to do this for the Olympics. So what do you want to talk about? I'll try to talk about what you want to talk about. If it's within reason. I just want everybody to know I believe in the good Lord Jesus Christ. He died on the cross for my sins, and he loves us all and wants us to love him and then love ourselves. We need to love ourselves. And a lot of times the enemy tries to make us feel bad about ourselves. So we need to love ourselves all the time. And my mother told me that. She says, you need to love yourself. She says, no matter what the enemy tries to do, you love yourself. Question and answers. Maybe I should try it. Real pumpkin or fake? Answer. Okay, I don't even know what that is. Start questions and answers. I don't even understand how to do this. Oh, do you like real pumpkin or fake pumpkins? Well, I like real pumpkins. How about anybody else? I'm not crazy about these questions and answers. I like the real pumpkins. We're going to just turn that off. I guess I can't. We're going to put y'all up here. It's a very beautiful day today. That song was Amen. There was a movie called Lily of the Fields. There we go. Now I got rid of it. Thank you, Sunflower. Yeah, my mom was a good woman. You like all kinds of music, I see. I'd like to go to New Orleans sometime and see some of them musicians down there to play. They play instruments. I'd like to see them. Go have some Cajun stuff. Yeah, I'd love to see New Orleans. Hello, Kevin. Appreciate you coming in here, Kevin, England. How are you tonight? I'm just sitting here by a candle in this front room. We used to call it, when I was kids, the old timers used to call it chewing the fat. When people were talking or conversating, we called it chewing the fat. I miss those days. Didn't have any cell phones, rotary dial telephones, and some people had touch tones. Kind of windy where you're at, Kevin? Yeah. It was windy this afternoon a little bit. I cooked out this morning. It was a little breezy. Cooked outside over a fire. It was nice. Are you in Colorado, Kevin? I can't remember where you're at. I'm sorry. I have a hard time remembering where everybody's at. I should make a board with people's names on it and then put where they're from. Idaho, that's right. We talked about that. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm gonna need to get a board and write people's names on it and then where they're from and just put little pins on it so when they come in the conversation, I'll know where they're from. Yeah, that's right. You're from Idaho. You're from around Nempa. I think you said Nempa. Because I have a friend. Well, I have friends that live in Nempa. I don't know if you're familiar with Fox Court in Nempa. I think it's called Fox Court, is where they live. I think Idaho is a wonderful state. Well, they were originally from California, but they live in Idaho because they didn't like the way people were in California. They just didn't like the craziness. How was the weather today where you were? You said it was windy. Was it warmer or was it cooler today, Kevin? Because you didn't have much of a winter there this year, did you? Yeah, I didn't think so. I've been looking on the maps and it shows that Idaho's been warmer for the last couple years. Even in the mountains, they didn't get that much snow in the mountains. And they depend on that snowpack in the springtime to replenish the all the rivers for the snow melt. I think it's pretty neat that you have elk. Um, there's elk herds up in Garden Valley. There's elk there. And that's not very far away from Boise. And then you just have hot springs everywhere. I'd like to find a good hot spring and just soak in it for a while. I guess you'd have to watch you don't burn yourself. Find the right temperature pools. You ever gone to any hot springs, Kevin? Yeah, I think I'd like to fish the Snake River and the Salmon River. I think the Salmon River would be good to fish. One called Gibbons. Where is that? Is that outside of Kuna? Gibbons, is that outside of Kuna? Hey, hi, Tom Shady. Grateful. Tom Shady, grateful. How you doing, Tom? Just decided to do a spur of the moment live stream this evening. Good, good. And it's always good to thank God. Absolutely. Good Lord made everything possible for us. Sure did. I see Heidi's hips hurting her. She's not going to be able to do any live streams for a couple days or so. Those Shelps are really nice people. Heidi and Bill. They are fantastic. They're very nice people. I met so many nice people in this group, this community, Tom. And I appreciate you all welcoming me in it. A very nice bunch of people. So many talented woodworkers, carvers. Grumpy, you got Grumpy. That guy is amazing. And then you got Amy Jo. She's an amazing carver with the Dremel tools. Yep. Yes, they are, Kevin. So many wonderful, wonderful craftsmen. A lot better than I am. I like to tinker around with things. Better than the boss lady, yeah. I'm going to have to watch them more. I like watching Woodchucker stuff. He was playing with the dog today, his husky. That dog really loves him, Tom and Kevin. Woodchucker's dog really loves him. I mean, that dog loves him. Yeah, very nice. It was nice to see him playing with the dog. Yes, Caleb's very nice. He's talented with that chainsaw, I'll tell you what. He's pretty good at carving. There's a guy around here in Finleyville. He does the same kind of stuff Caleb does. Same kind of stuff. He's done Steeler logos. He's done football team logos. So much stuff. It's nice to see people doing the pens. Let's see, was Kevin said something earlier I missed. Along the Snake River going towards Marsing. Oh, that's the place you're telling me about, the hot spring, right? Gibbons, yeah. Okay, Gibbons. I saw a guy in there. He builds. I haven't watched him for a while, but he builds hot rods, and he builds custom vehicles. He's pretty good at it too. Berserker's Garage. He's in, I think he's around Boise somewhere. Okay, you'll be back. Okay, that's cool, Kevin. That candle, wonder why it's burning like that. Wicks must be too short. Oh, you got to the shops through Mud Dog. I see. Yeah, there's so many good channels out there. Well, I got 10% battery. This thing is gonna die. It's gonna crash on me soon. So we got 36 minutes and 40. Well, try to make it 37 minutes. But anyhow, I gotta get out of here. Tom, Kevin, it was really nice seeing you. Sunflower, it's nice seeing you. Everybody who came in the chat, Terry, Jello, y'all. It was nice seeing you all. I appreciate you all coming in. This boat is going to die soon, so I got to get up it. Anyhow, y'all have a good night. God bless you. Stay safe, and I am going to be heading to bed soon. I love each and every one of you. God bless you all. Good night. Peace, y'all.